But do you have a specific thing that you believe he has in his eye?
I think it's that Dharma wheel.
You think so? If you
Mm,
look at the chapter though, it doesn't look like a Dharma wheel at all though. It's just like a little speck in his eye, kind of like how the Byakugan usually looks. It's like all white, and then it just has like a line drawn in the middle, sort of.
It's because that line that's in the middle, like with the Byakugan, it's usually a circle. Like when you look at the pupil and everything, like there's like a little
Not
circle right there.
always
Like
though, because one time Boruto they didn't have it as a like an actual circle. It looked a little different, a little off. Like the manga, they I don't know. The manga's a little bit different though. Like a little weird how they draw things. The Byakugan doesn't always look the same for everybody.
I don't know about that one, man.
I can throw out the manga chapter for you that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find it while you guys talking.
well, yeah,
And like
you could pull it up while we're talking. I'll give my opinion about it. Originally I kind of thought it could possibly be a Byakugan, but after I kind of read it the second time, I thought to myself, it may actually be a scientific technology dojutsu. You know, looking at the whole thing in the entirety, Code I'm not Code. Kawaki's overall plan was to essentially meet Code by himself. Now, I don't think that this right here might have been the actual intent, but I personally believe that this right here could have possibly been a goal for Kawaki to actually beat Code in a 1v1. And to obviously get there, he would need certain upgrades. Now, the upgrades that he would then need was one, the Karma Seal, but also potentially to ensure that he's stronger than Code, potentially a scientific dojutsu. Now, I think that once he went to Amado to actually get the Karma Seal, he probably ordered the 2-for-1 special. Throw me in the eye too. What's the problem?
well, no,
What you think?
that's possible. I mean,
I'll
like
look
for
about it.
me, like I think that karma's always been there, and that's because the whole
Mm,
thing with Ada, like that's like what I uploaded in the video just now. Like when Code was like, yeah, Kawaki had karma, like the way Ada's drawn, she was drawn not responding, and she just immediately changed the subject. Like I think that karma was still there. He just didn't know how to access it yet. And like the point I made in the video was like, um, a model said it's like that powers a house for you, but you don't have a key. And I said like, hey, like open up a door. Like you don't just need a key to open up a door. There's other ways. If you want to break into somebody's spot, you can. It's just gonna take a little bit more effort. No,
mhm.
I think that's what there was at Karma Seal. I don't necessarily know if Amato I don't know if Amato gave it to. It's possible he did off screen because there was some time that passed since they had the conversation. It could have, like, for all we know, there could be a flashback in the upcoming chapter, and Amato's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna touch you the same way Jigen did." It's possible, so I'm not gonna rule it out. And like for people that get on me like on my comments when I make those comments like that, I mean that's what Kishimoto does in terms of like the double speak and everything. Like the man does perverted stuff in the double speak, and if you're not aware of it, it goes on your head. If you're aware of it, the comments like that shouldn't offend nobody.
Mhm. All right, that's cool. Mello,
My
you
bad,
back?
my bad. Yeah.
All right, true, true,
Uh,
true. Yo,
so,
just,
what just happened, bro?
You went
all
into
right,
the
just to
Matrix
catch
again?
you. Yeah, he went into the Matrix. But just to catch you up with the discussions that we have been having, we're essentially talking about Kawaki's actual dojutsu. I think that's the most recent one, and we also talked about Boruto essentially potentially surpassing Naruto. Now you gave your opinions about this recently, but I want you to restate it for my guy Naruto explain in the chat who hasn't necessarily heard it yet.
Yep, yep. So Boruto surpassing Naruto, I think. I mean, obviously, in the absence of like a Kurama, I think that's the most logical conclusion, right? We know he taps into the power in Karma V1. He taps into the power and the knowledge pool in Karma V2. And of course, what I call Karma V3 is when you tap deeper into your Otsutsukification. You manifest physical characteristics of the Otsutsuki, like the horn. So for me, I have a video on my channel, Mellow XO, where I kind of explain how powerful Naruto should be. We go back to Naruto versus Fused Momoshiki. He's dodging and parrying attacks in base mode. He's getting thrown around. He just gets up and dusts his shoulders off and just, smiles as he walks towards fucking Fused Momoshiki on some beast mode, right? Like this dude, this dude's a monster. And like even going up against Delta, who's scaling to like Six Paths mode stacked with KCM2 Naruto. He's handling her in base mode. It's almost like he went into his most powerful form just cause. So and then you stack on Toad Sage mode on top of this already godly base Naruto. You know, I have to sit here and wonder, like, why is Code and Borishiki resorting to such devious tactics as to team up against a person that they're supposedly stronger than? That seems a little weird to me. So for me, I think the power scale. Look, we kind of parsed this out in a previous stream of mine. On one hand, there's the logical side of it, and then on the other hand, it's like the lore. In lore, Naruto should not be that strong in comparison to the people that's on the battlefield now. But logically, once you break it down logically, he's an absolute fucking monster. He's a monster. So for me, I think definitively someone like Kawaki is more powerful than Borishiki on the battlefield right now. And I think Borishiki is going to have to rely on devious tactics to get ahead. And I do think Naruto in Toad Sage mode should be more powerful than Code, who's been in battle already, and who they have to resort to teaming up against and taking a hostage. I mean, my whole thing is if he's that much more powerful, just go over there and wash him. Why do you need to
I
do
agree
that?
with
You need to
that.
take a hostage. So yeah, I think Naruto's gonna be good. But look, Code's one of those characters. He's willing to escape. You know, he was ready to leave before Boruto came there. Ada told him, "Hey, Borishiki is out of your tier. Like you need to go." So you know, Naruto's there. Shikamaru, I believe his characterization will kick in at some point,
Oh,
and
look
he'll
at
be
it.
freed. And everything good?
Oh, I'm so
Yeah, we
sorry.
straight, we straight.
Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah,
I
you
had
good.
just put the wrong picture in the chat.
Okay, okay. And I think you know Sasuke's
I put a
lurking in the
sheep on
shadows.
Sasuke.
He's on his way there. And, you know, Ino knows the location. She could telepathically tell everybody in the village where they're at. So I think Code's gonna be in some hot shit. I'm sorry, I forgot what the other question was.
I, he talks about a lot. Well, the last thing was, what do you think Kawaki's eye is, essentially?
Oh yeah. We talked about this a few times. You know, it could be an artistic choice, right? It could just be like the refraction from the light. And, you know, I went back and looked at Jigen particularly, because he is a vessel of an Otsutsuki, not the Otsutsuki himself. So I went back and I looked at Jigen, and his eyes are exactly how Kawaki's eyes look in the actual chapter. He has like that black, the eyes black, and then he has like the triangle pattern in it, like Jigen. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. It could be, you know, I know Bar thinks it's scientific ninja tech. I'm not against that. I would just need a little evidence to support that. I know the theories that I've been dropping and some other people have is that similar to the Sharingan, how it has 3 stages in base, like 1, 2, and 3 Tomo. This could be like the first triangle of 8. And it scales up subsequently as he grows powerful, more powerful. So that could be the case as well.